Hello everyone, and welcome back to Pokemon Black and White. Last time, we crossed the Sky Arrow Bridge and made it way into Castelia City. I'm sorry, I always blank on this place's name. I want to say Celesteela City or Celestial City, but no, it's Castelia. Jeez, I hate this name of this place. It's confusing. It's confusing. But onwards and outwards, the swarm encounter for Route 4 is Hippopotas. This is a very interesting Pokemon. It is one of the two natural sand setters, meaning that it will naturally, when it comes in, start a sandstorm. This can be very helpful on Pokemon such as Excadrill, who have Sand Rush or Sand Force, where they deal bonus damage in a sandstorm. And also, rock types gain an additional special defense boost when they are in a sandstorm, 50% in fact. Sand Veil is also triggered by this, so it's actually a very helpful ability. I can definitely recommend it, even if you're not going to be using, say, a full sand team, mostly because it can just help that much. I'm generally not a fan of weather teams, because you have to use the move manually. This is one of the few Pokemon that doesn't actually need to set it manually. For fishing spots, we have Leptisk. This thing is a 5% encounter, just for a 50% chance of a Heart Scale. Heart Scale, not Hard Scale. That is not worth it. That is a 2.5% chance of getting a Heart Scale by fishing. I'd recommend using the fishing spots, where the little bubble spots, because then it is a 30% chance, but even though it's a 15% chance of getting a Heart Scale. You don't really need a whole lot of Heart Scales, just because by this point you probably have everything you need, and we're going to be getting a lot of TMs coming soon. But if you so choose, you can get it, because the Pokemon is worthless other than that. You can next get Clamperl. This will evolve into two different Pokemon based on its held item when trade. It will evolve into Huntail, which is the physically focused, more offensive-oriented of the two. It's not very fast, but it's decent. Clamperl does get Shell Smash, which can be used on both of these Pokemon, making them actually very good glass cannons, but neither it nor Gorbis, I feel, are too spectacular. Both have actually kind of decent defense, but pretty bad speed. And then we have Kingler. This is a pretty, it's got by a Krabby. It's actually got pretty good physical attack and good defense, but everything else is just kind of abysmal. The low HP kind of makes it not able to take physical hits all that well anyway, but it can do physical water damage quite well. And lastly, in surfing spots, we have Relicanth. This is interesting. Physically, it's very bulky, has a pretty decent amount of HP, and a not horrible physical attack stat, but everything else is just kind of abysmal, though its bread and butter is more or less just head smash with rock heads. That way it takes no recoil damage on a viciously powerful stab rock move. But Professor Juniper wants to talk to us about the Pokemon statues that can look at their origins. I've looked at there's actually a Pokemon called Darmanitan. We were actually going over that just a little while ago, of course, because I, of course, wanted to use one. Amazing, 250 years ago, that's sleep. 2,500 years ago, not 250 years ago, that's because it was flourishing. Perhaps it's guarding the city. Yes, I know these Pokemon. They're just hibernation, meditation, comes again. Darmanitan with a Rage Candy Bar. Yes, we've already gotten one of those. And I'm not going to do these battles. They trigger in 50% HP. I already went over them. I like this idea. I just think it was very poorly implemented. But now we have the Relic Castle. And a pause effect, we're off. We actually have a couple of new things in here to go over. And in my opinion, this is where you should make a straight beeline for right when you get into the end of the game. The stuff you can get here is just that freaking amazing. And also, I'm just going to cut ahead forward to the stuff that's actually important here, because you don't want to see me going through all these little foibles. And hey, item, revive. Yeah, this is what I said before. There's a couple of items riddled throughout the location, but none of them are, in my opinion, particularly fantastic, because you can kind of get them on the first time through, and even first time through, I don't really think they're that required. So, I will meet you guys towards the bottom of the Relic Castle. Also, I should mention, you will want to come in here with a very large stock of Pokeballs and possibly some healing items. We're going to be involved in a very I wouldn't say difficult battle, but a battle that you will definitely want to have Pokeballs for. So make preparations, get healing items, and just in general, be prepared. Alright, I will see you guys at the bottom of the Relic Castle. If you actually fall down in, let's see, what floor is this? This is the floor where, I think it's the 3 branching pathways. Yeah, it's, there's 3 branching pathways in this one. It's, the floor above. It's where we had that, actually, yeah, there's a sunstone in here, but again, we've had access to sunstones for a while. I'll get the floor off, of course. I think it's the 3rd, not the 4th. Yeah, I think this is the 3rd floor where you have this one. If you, actually, I just need to remember to be patient and stuff like this on this one, because this is just getting annoying. There's an item here, super potion. Yeah, you can see that these items were definitely geared more into earlier game progress. They're not exactly super helpful right now, so I'm not thinking it's too critical I go over them. Just, these items aren't that great. Let's see, so it's the floor after this one. You go down either this one south of me or this one west of me. I think this was yeah, this is the one where there were those 2 Team Plasma Grunts right here. But yeah, I was right, the 2 Team Plasma Grunt one. Let's see, down, I think this is actually the final floor, actually. So there wasn't a whole lot, just that sunstone is the only thing I can say of real worth down here. Yeah. And we actually have some new encounters over here. Oh, so over there's something you're going to want to go over, but in here, there's actually some new encounters. Starting off, we have Onix. This is, bar none, one of the most defensive Pokemon you're gonna find. Doesn't really have that much special defense, and its physical stats, aside from defense, can actually be a little better, but it's got decent HP and very, very stellar defense. This is a bulky steel type, like the lot we all know it as. Same type combination as X-Control, but it does things a little bit differently. Sturdy can mean it can stick around when against special type attacker and still get off some damage, and Rockhead prevents recoil damage. The best thing for this is really just double edge, so you may make of that what you will. I have used one in the past. It's not bad. And Sand Slash. This is interesting, but not particularly. Quick Claw at 5% of the time isn't terrible, but we've had access to a lot better ground types, and I would even say, as a physical ground type attacker, even Steelix is a lot better because it can actually still take hits decently well. They have the same amount of HP, but Steelix has pretty much double the base defense and not much higher special defense. It's a little slower, but it can use Gyro Ball pretty well. But yeah, it's pretty much your box standard. The way to describe Sand Slash is like Excadrill without the steel typing, and just worse everything else. But there is something up ahead. Wait. So 2 solid snakes, and they run away. Let's pursue this Team Plasma Grunt. And of course, Arg! And they just shoot forward like they got a rocket up their butt. So yes, Team Plasma is not as vanquished as we thought it was. And I'm glad, because we love this music. Let's see what their strength is. They have a Crocodile. Level 64. Stronger than Getsus, I might add. But we are faster than you, even though we are, what, we're 12 levels lower, and we're still faster. Taranza, you are blitz. Oh boy. And you go for Sandstorm? I mean, okay, because you didn't KO me, but why? I'm not complaining, but just curious. Regardless, Crocodile is fainted. 8,278 experience. That is a beautiful number. Plasma, I've fallen in the Relic Castle. This is what I mean by just using the lucky egg on these high-level things. You get insane amounts of experience. Ryoku of the 7 Sages is looking for a Pokemon inside the Relic Castle. I may be his lookout, so he wouldn't be interrupted. Stupid me. Plus weak. Did I mention stupid? It all adds up to nincompoop. I like this guy. Nincompoop is a funny word. So, the way you're going to want to go through this is it is a pyramid, or I believe an inverted pyramid. So, you're going to want to, I think it's go along the outside edge. There are 2 items in here of worth, I can say. One is a hidden PP max, so you'll want to keep your dowsing mechan out at all times just to make sure. And just find a PP max, because I mean, I don't really think we're going to be using PP max that often, because just by this point, we don't really need it. But it might be helpful. And of course, repel war off. Yeah, I like this little area. It's interesting, and you could not have come here prior. I actually don't know if anything blocks you, but... Okay, no, it's not go to the top. Oh, yes, it is go to the top inverted pyramid. It's an inverted pyramid with a 3 flat top. I think this is the area with the... No, it's not. So it must be a different location. Alright, guess I was wrong. I know there's a PP max in here, I just don't remember what it actually is located-wise. I was planning to catch the Pokemon called Volcarona that lives in this Relic Castle and present it to Getsus. But the Shadow Triad said that Getsus has gone somewhere, right? The 7 Sages. He always said we were complete when the 7 of us were together. Now I don't know the meaning of those words anymore. I guess I don't mind, even if we were being used, but the dream is over. I no longer need this. Getsus gave it to me, but I have no use for it. TM04 Calm Mind. Any special attacker, period, is going to want this move if they can get it. The Relic Castle and our own castle are both crumbling. But what's the difference is that this Relic Castle is the remains of a civilization, and our castle left nothing behind. And Looker! Regarding Team Plasma, I am an officer of the International Police. I may satisfy my request for certain information. Understood. But we don't know much about Getsus or our Lord N. We haven't even figured out if they are father and son. Accept my thanks. Now, Getsus notwithstanding, there remain 3 of the 7 Sages still at large. What are they thinking? Upon what topics? What are they hoping? Upon what chances? These are the utmost urgency. At once, on the way! Let's you change your dialogue a bit there. And he takes the 7th Sage away. Or rather, the 4th Sage. But we step forward into this room. Just as they said, you're going to want to save before progressing. I don't really have the best team for this fight, as you can plainly see, but at the very least, this thing's going to put up one heck of a fight. Yes, I know my playtime is horrible. Remember, the sea gear kills playtime. No special beta music, but Volcarona is the epitome of a fantastic special attacker. One of the few bug types to really make an impression on the player base. This thing is a special sweeper. Fantastic speed, great physical, oh not great physical, great special defense, and stellar special attack. Its physical stats leave a lot to be desired, but this thing is incredibly fast. Especially at the levels it is. Yeah, neutral bug buzz. Then again, we are almost 20 levels lower than it. So we're definitely going to want to have fight continue on this. I don't really even think we're going to be able to have a good chance against this Volcarona. It, of course, is a fire bug type, so it's not the best when it comes to being defensive, but... Oh, Heat Wave. I actually don't remember what its full moveset is. Silver Wind, Quiver Dance, Overheat... No, not Overheat, Heat Wave, and Bug Buzz. So yeah, this thing is a powerhouse. I do not recommend hitting this thing with Rock-type moves. It will just squish it even if it had a massive level disadvantage. It'll Fire Punch. Even neutral damage, that's insane. Wow, that did a lot. I mean, even resist damage, that's insane. But I think what's good for catching up? Net Bulldog is the best option for this, but let's see if we can catch this thing. Also, we will always do one silver pouch that does do Pokemon needs even more. Oh. Ah, thanks, close. Yeah, I almost had Heat Wave. This thing's scary. This thing's very scary. Fire Ring, I guess after this, nothing good apparently. It also isn't Adam's Spice hasn't missed yet. It does count as a Dark Air, so I mean, also, it falls with the start of the fight, but I just wanted to. Which I can actually look like I did. Just involve. We caught Silver Wind. I don't. Yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot of damage. That's a big damage right there. Well, it's just sort of the max damage sort of thing. Of course, the actual Pokeball I throw right after saying I'm just going to cut away is the one that actually catches it. The Sun Pokemon, a sea of fire engulfs the surroundings of their battles. Since they use their 6 wings to scatter their ember scales. This is actually what you get when you evolve Larvesta. Evolving at level 59. Yeah, I don't consider that. You're not going to get it before the post-game. And of course, we'll be holding a silver powder, so not bad. Now, if you would kindly proceed to the left of the Desert Castle, you will be greeted by more rooms, but you go far enough. Come on. There it is. This door. Take this. It will bring you to this room. I think this is where you actually go. I think it's this way, actually. I don't really remember the whole Relic Castle layout. There we go. Go up here, and there'll be more staircases. Ascend to the topmost of these stairs, and there's a door. I think that if you put your dowsing machine up, I don't think there's anything in here, but just to be safe, let's just pull it out. Just keep running in circles, running in circles, running in circles, running in circles. Oh, there is a hidden item right here. Let's see. This is there's the PP Max. All right, so it's actually, you don't have to go through the whole pyramid thing. It's just at the end of the pyramid thingy. There we go. Up here. Come on. Repulse effect we're off, of course. I think that these actually are considered the same floors as the entering ones, so the encounters are the same, the counter tables anyway. But yeah, and for making it through all of that, what is your final reward? TM26 Earthquake. This is one of the 2 reasons I suggest you make a beeline straight for this part of the game in the post-game. Volcarona is level 70, so if you think levels are a bit unfair, which at times I kind of think they might be, you can just use that to blitz straight through all these high-level trainers completely scot-free. Its one weakness really being Stealth Rocks is not present here at all, and Quiver Dance is just insane. Just a boost to all of its best stats, giving even more nuclear levels of power. It's a shame they can't actually get Giga Drain in this game, otherwise it would just be broken. It would be absolutely broken, and I love it. But also Earthquake. Any physical attacker worth its salt can learn Earthquake, as given by... Let's boot up this TM, and see you can learn it. Darunia is able to learn it. Swoop is able to learn it. Mogera has already learned it. These are 3 of the best physical attackers in the entire Unova region, barring Zekrom, and all of them can learn it. This move is fantastic. This is also the only way Seismitoad gets an actually decent ground move. I feel locking this into post-game is very warranted. Normally I like Earthquake, but this is the one generation I feel giving Earthquake this late makes a lot of sense.